really did hit my face.
I did hit your face that time.
You hit me. Good evening, everyone.
Afternoon.
It's not afternoon. It's clearly
now.
Evening. What does that mean?
What?
How can you say good afternoon? It is now. What does that? Makes no sense whatsoever.
You said it's not afternoon. I said it is now.
No, it's not. It's definitely evening. It's like 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock evening.
Saying it deeper doesn't make it not evening.
9 o'clock evening.
I'm Judge James.
I'm Judge Evie.
This is Living for Crits.
I'm taller than you.
You're not. It's Oscar night.
Look. Ow, my elbow cracked.
It's Oscar night.
Yes, it is.
This might be a short episode because in our house,
that's a big deal.
The Oscars are a tradition here. So we tend to watch them every year because the very first year that my wife and I were dating, in the very first year we watched the Oscars and ate Long John Silver's.
That's why we watched them?
That's why we used to eat seafood on this until...
We did?
Yeah, that was a thing.
And
until I was allergic to shellfish, we would eat Long John Silver's. So...
That is like the weirdest tradition to have. So on the Oscar night, I sit and I eat fast food fish that has the weird little ball things that like fish thingies. Don't talk about.
Well, that was the tradition, and now we're a family. So aren't you glad that was a tradition, I guess?
Why Long John Silver's?
That's because that's what we ate. That was the thing.
But why?
I liked it.
I think my hair looks great parted on this side.
Judge Sean says, eating Long John Silver sounds like a funnel. Is Long John Silver's even around anymore?
There's some of them, yeah.
I haven't had, it'll kill me, so I haven't had Long John Silver's in a long time. I haven't had it, in, 13 or 14 years.
I want to have that again.
Got some folks tonight. Greg's on. Judge Sean's here.
Oh.
Fickle GM's here.
Oh.
Hey, everybody. So, look, Sean says there's one in Minneapolis. So, that's...
I think it's just ours that closed down.
I gotta make a note here, because I took,
How could you forget that?
I don't know.
How could you?
I made a note.
How
All right,
could you?
Anyway, we are still in the middle of moving, so we are in our alternate location right now. I would get up and turn the light off here, because I think it's giving us a little bit of glare or whatever.
Oh, we turned it off last time.
I know, but I'm wearing Sprite pajama pants to say obey your thirst.
I'll cover.
No, I don't believe you do that.
I promise.
I don't believe you.
I promise.
I don't believe you.
Look.
No, it's fine. Good. You're going to mess it up. Don't worry about it.
Not.
It's fine. It's not a long episode tonight. We're going to keep this short and sweet. Okay?
It's like drowning us out.
It's fine.
Woo!
It's fine.
Getting drowned,
A little bit. Okay.
Let's
anyway.
Drowning.
On top of this being... It's a big weekend for a lot of reasons. It's Oscar night tonight. We're moving this week.
Don't mention it.
I recorded Glow Burn this morning.
Okay.
We had our 30th episode of Glow Burn recorded.
Doing?
Those of you out there that listen to Glow Burn, which is the post-apocalyptic Mutant Crawl Classics podcast, you haven't heard episode 29 yet, but episode 30 is in the can now. So
what happened to episode 29?
It's coming out soon, next week or so, because it takes time to edit these. Hector the Missile Cruise has work to do. But the biggest reason this is a big weekend is that Judge Evie...
I will show your Sprite pants.
Judge Evie played 5th edition today.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm. How was it, Judge Evie?
It was fine.
Who was your character?
I was, Nilly Ninkleton.
Which was a halfling.
No.
What was it?
I was a half-elf bard.
Named Nilly?
Yeah.
And the adventure was what?
Yeah, I have no idea what it was called. I know it's by Bob, though.
You did or you didn't?
I know it was by Bob.
It's the one you bought. You bought it, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's right there.
I wrote it on the screen.
It's The Forgotten Hive.
For 5th edition fantasy by Goodman Games. So technically it still, I guess, counts as
Yeah, that's what we got it.
A qualifying product for the show.
My character was basically the one that we're playing. He wanted people to get familiar with it because we're playing Sesame Street version.
When does that start?
I don't know.
Is that a campaign?
Maybe.
Ooh, okay. You're using lots of 5th edition. You have your own 5e player's handbook.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to buy some 5e now.
No, we already. Okay, no. No.
Rob says 5e is one of the okayest RPGs out there, and Sean says you get to start at level 1. Is that true?
I don't know.
What level were you?
I don't know. I think. I don't know.
You think level 1?
Maybe.
Okay.
No. He has like 3. Yeah, he does. He has 3 players handbooks.
Yes, Fickle GM, 5th edition.
He got one of them for like $3. No, it was $2.
How?
His mom found a $2 player's handbook in good condition at a yard sale.
It was for 5th edition?
Yeah.
It
was the one
that's
that I have.
amazing.
It's the one I have.
That's amazing. That's the only we have in the house.
It says $2 on the
is
cover.
that one.
Not the cover, like on the inside.
I don't know, kid. When Arcana of the Ancients comes out for 5e, since we'll get a copy of that, you may have to give it a shot and do your...
So what's the questions for tonight?
All right, so we should note tonight is an all Judge Evie Presides night. We have 3 questions from the audience, so we're gonna read those and Judge Evie Presides.
Didn't you put a thing out?
That's the show.
Didn't you put a thing out saying send me questions?
I said sending questions.
Yeah. You guys suck at that.
No, you got 3 questions this week.
Yeah, from last week.
Oh, okay. So if you ever want to send a question to DCC, it's dccjudgeevie@gmail.com.
Oh, that's not.
They can all go to her. Even you know why I don't send you questions? Because they ask you questions about GMing. You're like, I don't GM DCC. I just play.
So.
I'm just a player.
Which one do you want to do first?
I'm player Evie.
Pick a number 1 through 4.
Player Evie. Of course, anyone can ask questions in the chat as we go along here. Question number 1.
Jim
hates homework.
We do. I have homework. It's terrible.
Question number 1.
To read 2 pages. Okay. Pick a number 1 through 4.
I said number 1.
That's lame. Pick a different one.
4.
Oh, this is the one that has like 3 questions in it.
Okay, we'll do it first.
Yo, dudes.
Who's this from? It's from RP Gibberdex.
Lurking listener Gibberdex. Yeah.
Here we go.
Did I say that right?
Sure.
Okay. I like the profile picture.
That's creepy. All right, read the question.
Okay. Yo, dudes. Rookie Judge strikes again. Sorry, it's been a bit since my last question, but I've been lurking. Nothing fancy this time, just some cues to be aid.
What?
Cues to be aid. Q&A.
Questions to be answered.
Oh. Patrons! What are your favorite official DCC patrons? I mean, what's your favorite patron? I have mine in my notes that I wrote.
Do yours first.
Bills.
Why?
Because it's so much fun to say. And I have reasoning because Brendan always sends me videos of him impersonating Bills. And it's the best. And so he's just kind of there. And I like the frog dude.
Does it have to be from DCC or from MCC? Because I'm a big fan of Akroma from Mutant Crawl Classics, who is it looks like he's based on DCC. Agent Smith from The Matrix, and it gave my shaman the ability to open doors. From DCC, I'm going to have to say Sezracon.
It's not Bills?
It is Bills.
You know, your favorite's not Bills?
No, it's Sezracon.
Why?
Because Sezracon's been featured in more of my games.
Bills is snazzy, though.
Especially when the Sezra...
Like
remember the Sezra goats or whatever?
Okay, I do.
Or Scattered Over Centaurus 7 featured Sezracon.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Or Centigoats over Centaurus 7 featured Sezracon. So Sezracon, he's like the crazy wizard of all power. I love Sezracon.
Okay. Which Disney character would make for a good patron? Ursula.
That would be a good Ursula would be a good patron.
It would be so cool. She could like give people their voice and stuff and like take it away and give them legs and tails.
And take their voice away or take the tails away?
Both. Well, because with Ariel, she took her voice and tail away.
Yeah. What was the name of the bad guy? If I remember, I'm gonna go with the Shadow Man, right?
Who?
Is it the Shadow Man?
In Big Hero 6?
No. What was it? What's the name of the character that was the bad magician in Princess and the Frog?
Wait.
From Philly?
No,
I'm pretty sure. No, Princess and the Frog. I'm pretty sure I'm right. That was the Shadow Man.
Philly guy.
He wasn't from Philly.
No, but like.
I'm looking this
Philly.
up now.
Why are you on Wikipedia? It's the worst site ever.
Dr. Facilier.
Yeah, Facilier.
Why do I think it was the Shadow Man?
That's from Big Hero 6.
Was it?
Yeah, the guy in the mask.
I don't know. He had like power over shadows and
Yeah,
stuff.
Facilier, the Philly guy.
Okay, whatever.
I said like Facilier. I was close.
All right. Well, okay, then that's fine. I thought he had like shadow
I said
powers and stuff.
Jafar. I mean,
Judge Sean's Jafar. Jafar is pretty cool.
Snakes.
Oh, Shannon's on. What's up, Shannon?
Yo, bro.
What's the third question?
How come you dudes haven't run an epic patron funnel yet?
We haven't run an epic patron funnel?
Yeah, apparently not.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
Like, I mean, we don't. I haven't built a patron yet. I'm supposed to build Mucosatron Rex, for who is my alter ego for Gen Con, the slime wizard and slug god, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. And Fickle GM is right. Jafar does play 5e. Unlimited power, teeny weeny core book space. All right, good questions though. We love them. We'll keep taking them. And let's slip over to a question here from the audience, because Judge Sean asks, will you ever be able to do a Minnesota accent for my road crew shout out? She'll never.
What's a Minnesotian sound like?
I gotta move. This hurts to sit on the floor. No, I'm okay.
Okay, what's a Minnesotian sound like?
I just know they say Minnesota, or something like that.
Minnesota.
I don't know.
Wait, they went to Minnesota in Inside Out. What did they sound like? The pizza guy that sells the broccoli pizza. Is that a thing? Do you have broccoli pizza in Minnesota? If you do, why? Okay. Thank you.
Just watch Fargo.
No.
I don't think she's old to watch Fargo.
I don't even know what that is. I'd rather watch Inside Out. Do they actually have broccoli pizza in Minnesota?
Well, I mean, give
We
Sean
know.
give Sean a second to answer.
Wait a second.
Yes, we have
I did the
Hawaiian
wrong thing.
too.
Wait, no, wait.
They have Hawaiian pizza.
They
too.
came from Minnesota. They don't live because they moved to San Francisco.
They moved to San Francisco.
San Francisco's
Yeah.
the broccoli pizza, and then Minnesota's where the ice skating thingy was. And then they're like, "Oh no!" She starts crying because she starts reminiscing on her old memories of them ice skating, and then her doing hockey with her dad on the frozen thingy. Blah blah. Okay, thanks.
All right, next.
Who's Sarah Palin?
Sarah Palin, just a politician from a few years back. Next question.
Well, I don't know what that sounds. She sounds like. Okay. Hawaiian pizza's terrible. I don't know. No, just no.
Well,
Yeah.
pineapple, yes. No ham.
Yeah, the pineapple part can be okay. The ham part's gross. Okay. Anyway.
All right, next
They
question.
had Hawaiian pizza in the lunchroom the other day.
This is our short
and
episode.
everyone in show choir
And
was
you keep
eating
going.
it, and
Yeah,
I was like,
keep going.
"Hannah, no!"
All right, read the next question.
Can you guess who it's from?
From Greg?
No.
Who's
Who
it from?
would it? No, it's from Greg.
Oh, that's cool.
I was trying
Greg's
to-
watching. Why are you being mean to Greg?
I'm not being mean to Greg. I'm just saying it's good because he sends us questions all the time, and then I'm not being mean to Greg. That's being mean to Greg, making the face.
No, my face is to people talking. Go ahead. Read the question. Read the question.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I hope you have fully recovered. Will you and your dad be running events at Gen Con? It looks like I'll be attending this year.
Yes. Do you want to say more to this?
That's in my notes.
All right. So what are you?
Oh, that's maps. I keep going to the wrong thing. I went to my health app.
I will be
went to
running at Gen
maps.
Con. I will be running.
We got Doug Con.
Well, I'm not running games at DougCon.
Well, I am. If they let me, they probably.
If they let you,
They let me sometimes.
Together, we'll be running Dungeon Battle Delco.
I forgot what it was called. So
We'll be
I
running
kinda just wrote-
X-Crawl Dungeon Battle Delco for DCC
No, I forgot what it was
on
called.
Saturday, which is our Philadelphia-themed DCC
I
adventure.
just wrote the Wawa one.
And
I
then
forgot
I'm running
about
several sessions of the tournament event, which
Crap, I
is
lost the thingy.
the DCC tournament event for Goodman Games.
Wait, where'd it go?
And I agree, Judge
Yes.
Evie should be running more. That might be happening, but she likes to run it after hours. That's her thing. Besides the fact that she still needs to figure out all the rules for higher than 0 level play.
We're moving.
Okay, like you're going to do anything in this move.
Yes, I will.
Stop covering your mouth. You have to talk so you can hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, next
The
question.
judge, formerly known as Evie, is going to run something. She does run after-hour stuff. So for the past several years, at least one night at the Goodman Games, I'm sorry, at the DCC after-hour stuff at Embassy Suites, she runs.
Running like sailors at something too now? I don't know.
Fickle Jim's Mall of the Demon Lords, rated PG. Mall of the Demon Lord.
Oh my gosh,
I will be running.
it.
What?
Because Demon Lord and Momo, because, oh my gosh.
I will be running
joke.
Shadow of the Demon Lord as well, most likely. Because I got to represent the other game I'm kind of crushing on. Looks for. Why are you giving me that look? All right. And I'm running 5th edition with Judge Evie all week long. We're just running tons of 5th edition. It's going to be a lot of 5e.
We'll be out on the streets.
On the streets running 5e.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The back alleys of Indianapolis running 5e.
Nope.
Next question.
Do you know who it's from?
Is it from Greg also?
I don't know if that's actually a question or not.
Well, read it. Because Greg sends us questions, which is awesome.
What,
We're not running 5e, Fickle G. I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah, no, please.
Where it belongs.
Where?
In the back alleys.
What other voice should you do for Greg?
I don't know. You met Greg. Okay. He lives in New York. You should do a southern accent. What'd you get? Go ahead.
Y'all. Okay, I don't know how to do it. My last few Sundays.
All right.
My accent.
just do it. I can't even do it. Just do it. Go ahead. Come on.
My last few Sundays have been busy, and I'll be out of town this weekend. This was 11 days ago, so I don't know when he was actually out of town, but I will catch up on Monday with the Sunday show. I enjoyed your dad's take on importing game mechanics from one system to another. That was one of your things that you did by yourself.
I did 2 really good episodes without you.
No.
They were really good. You weren't involved.
That's why they were good. Sad.
Keep reading. Yes, keep reading.
I plan on using intrusions and one-shot magic items in Savage Worlds.
That's the alternate name for it. Savage Worlds. Okay.
Hope to see you at Gen Con. And someday on the stage. Oh, is that from me? Because I was saying, oh my god, that's because I was in a show. I was in a show.
This is your pre-ASMR warm-up. All right. Well, again, we'll be at Gen Con, and I do think that the GM Intrusions work in any game. So, bring them. Savage Intrusions.
Savage.
Put 2 bennies on the table, give one to the... I did those before in Savage Worlds. They work great. All right. Well, we're going to wrap up here because it's... Do we? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have the one with this.
Oh, yeah. Read that one.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Judge Evie. Are you interested in any of the Zine Quest... Zine Quest 2 campaigns?
Whose question is this?
You'll find out later. Campaigns being offered in the Kickstarter this month. Some of them are for DCC and others are system agnostic. Did any of them catch your attention? Tim Baker.
All right. We have one that we are quite geeked about, and you want to read? Let me read it.
What? You're gonna read it? Or
I'll read it. All right. So the one that we're geeked about here is One of Us, which is by our pal Tim DeShane. This one is: you are no hero. You are a carny indentured to the mysterious being known as the Madam. In exchange for wondrous power and a more perfect self, the Madam calls upon you to proclaim ancient artifacts as you crisscross the dusty and dangerous remains of a once robust and proud land. Cannibal hobos, shadowy cults, and uncouth hecklers will do everything in their power to prevent your caravan from carrying out its mission. Grab your barbells and bullwhips and hop on the trail to adventure. We accept you. We accept you. One of us.
Yeah.
I know the art. I get a real strong feel of this would work well with the clown adventure. What was that?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Carnival of the Darned.
Carnival of the Darned.
Yeah.
So
I
have not been super into all the zine quests because I'm kind of on a Facebook fast at the moment. So I'm only going on there right now to share this show, share the other podcasts that I'm doing, and that's about it. I'm not doing much reading on there. So you'd be surprised by not being on Facebook or Twitter, which I'm trying to stay off of both, how little this stuff comes across my screen. But then I was reminded that the Zine Quest stuff's going on, so I went over and took a look at a few of them. There are other good ones too. This is just the one that speaks to me, both because I know the author and he's a really awesome dude, and the other reason is because, you know, yeah, it's crazy murder hobos and stuff. So anyway, that's our Zine Quest conversation, I guess. So if there's no other questions, we're going to wrap things up now so we can get back to the Oscars. So Road Crew shout-outs. We've got just the one every week. We're gonna keep plugging it. More people can send these to us, dccjudgeevie@gmail.com, and she will read them. Do you want to read this one?
What?
Read the one we have, the ongoing one.
Oh. D6 games at Rochester, Minnesota on Mondays. What time was it again?
What time, Sean, is the Rochester?
Is that 6?
It's 6 o'clock, right? Or, no, it's
Yeah.
D6 games. I don't think it is 6 o'clock though.
Oh.
Is it?
I thought we used to have the time.
It is 6.
I was right! Oh. Yeah, I was right. Okay. Okay,
All
I'm
right,
trying to think
so
of ASMR here.
To wrap things up here, you can find us at I Live for Crits on Twitter, Living for Crits on Instagram, or you can search Living for Crits on YouTube for our long catalog of stuff. Want to thank everyone for sending us questions. We have no topic next week yet. Next week's gonna be a tough week for us.
We're gonna be in a different
We are
location.
really gonna try to get this out next week, but we're not sure we'll have internet hooked up, at least the way we need it to be in the new place. So keeping our fingers crossed here. But when we do get it up, we'll be broadcasting from our new Dungeon Tavern.
This is our last one in this place.
We're calling it the Walls Dungeon Tavern right now. So this is our last. This is probably our last show here in the apartment.
We're gonna say that, and it's gonna be here, like with nothing behind us, in the middle of the floor.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. So with that, we're off. Time for our outro ASMR. Here we go. And the Oscar for Best Host on Living for Crits goes to Judge James. That's not gonna be loud.
I thought it was something. I'm not doing that. Sir, I think you read the ballot wrong, like a couple years ago. I think you really meant the Oscar for Best Host goes to Judge Evie. Thank you, and good night.
Good night, everyone.